from Weezer. I'll admit it's not even a guilty pleasure at this point. It's my favorite band of all time. So collaborating with him obviously would be cool. Ben Folds, I don't know if I have any Ben Folds fans in the house tonight, but collaborating with Ben Folds would be really great. Also, Fiona Apple, Nora Jones, people like that, Adele. Really just like, I know Adele is kind of like, ooh, up there, but like, you know, they're all very cool people. They all have such cool outlooks on life, I think, through their songs. Oh, Kate.
How do you envision yourself in 10 years?
Oh,
About your music, passion, and everything.
Well, I really hope still going and still writing music, especially at the rate that I have been writing it, and just still saving every little scrap of anything that I write. I kind of make scrapbook songs, but I think in 10 years where I hope to be, and kind of the goal for myself, would definitely be to have graduated a 4-year university for sure. I would love to still go there for music education, still get, you know, all of those credentials with my music degree and actually learn the theory behind music. And then I would really love to be making performing a primary part of my life, for sure. Teaching, most definitely. I can see myself being a teacher in 10 years. Woo, future teachers. But definitely a future teacher and a performer. So, Isabella.
Have you wrote a song about Cookie?
About Cookie? Okay, that's another dog of mine. I definitely need to write a song about. So funny thing is, I had written a song about Cookie before I even wrote a song about Bronco. She was an Austrian Shepherd that belonged to my grandma. And but it was like a little ditty, and I made a little music video for her. I was really weird. I was in like 8th grade, and I can sing the song for you right now. It's like 10 seconds.
Do it.
I was videoing her, so I found that she had a very long neck, and this sounds really weird, yes, but it goes, look at this extended neck of Cookie, she has crusty ears and she doesn't like her teeth to be touched. Yes, Maddie remembers when I made that video. So, yep, but that's my Cookie song. Alright, Eden?
Have you ever made a song inspired by something you've seen that live?
By what?
Have you ever seen something and inspired you to make a song?
Oh, yes. So she asked me, have I ever seen something and inspired me to make a song? So most definitely, actually. Just pulling inspiration from pretty much anything, I will warn you. I people watch. So if you're around me and you say something cool and I go, you're probably going to end up in a song. So yes, I've definitely, for example, being at Dollar General, seeing the people that, you know, just come in, all those interesting personalities, and just, life is so cool. Like, people are just so cool, and so, definitely, yeah. Jade?
Who is, your biggest influence?
Oh, man, so, I've got to say, my mom is actually one of my biggest influences. There was always music in the house, playing constantly. Whether it was gospel, Boys to Men, there was music, Lionel Richie, oldies, yeah, 60s music, the Beatles, Lionel Richie, Whitney Houston. She had it all playing in the house. Ragtime, playing constantly. And so I believe that she has been definitely a huge part of the reason why I love music and why just growing up around it. And of course, my dad, he played guitar. He always had instruments in the house. He always made sure that there was an instrument in the house at all times. So definitely. Emmett.
Yeah, I was just wondering if you had kind of like a specific routine or strategy for writing songs. Like, what does that kind of look like, your process?
So my process, that's funny. So it usually goes. I like Eden said, I see something, it inspires me. I hear something, it inspires me. I watch a TV show. I'll pull from TV shows. I'll pull from music that I listen to, and things that people say. Just kind of the environment around me. I'll pull something usually from that it just sticks out. I can't get it out of my head. and I'll start to, I'll either sit down at the keyboard or I'll sit down at my guitar and I'll just go like, okay, I don't know, like paper clips, you know, and so it's just kind of one of those things where if something sticks out to me, I'll end up incorporating it into a song. And then as far as the in-depth part of like actually writing music, that is usually done, I'll admit I don't have a huge theory background, so that's usually done by whatever sounds good. I know it sounds like a weird way of putting it, but something that sounds good to me, something that I pick up like a little lick from somewhere and I go, oh, I want that, I want to put that in my music. So like I say, my songs are quilts. I save every scrap of music that I make, and 6 months down the road, I'll go, I'm going to look at my recordings, I'm feeling kind of dry right now, and I'll go, oh, I wrote that 6 months ago, and then I'll know what to do with it. So they're quilt songs. Oh, go ahead, Greta.
What is your favorite instrument that you play?
My favorite instrument? Well, I really loved ukulele in 7th grade. That was definitely something that stuck out to me. Jade got me into ukulele, so thank you, Jade, for that, because that was the precursor into guitar for me.
It's in my car right now.
Nice. So guitar is one of my favorite instruments, but it always goes back to the piano for me, because that's what I grew up with. I love the piano. All right, and I'm so sorry.
You can do one time, it's okay.
Okay.
Jasmine.
Jasmine.
What's your biggest piece of advice for people who are learning to write music?
Oh my gosh, I cannot. She said, "What is your biggest piece of advice for people that are thinking of writing music, like songwriting?" My biggest piece of advice for that is to, like I said earlier, pick up anything that inspires you. Keep an open mind constantly, because this world is so cool. Like, I don't even know how to put it other than this world is so cool that we live in. There is inspiration everywhere as long as you tap into it, I think, is my biggest piece of advice. Keep an open mind, keep open ears. When you're talking to people, listen, get their mannerisms, you know, even like mannerisms can become a song. And so I'm not saying be creepy and like look in people's windows, but I am saying most definitely keep an open mind and pull from every source. View everything as inspiration. Just constantly pull and pull from yourself too. Take care of yourself. That's another big thing. I find that when I'm not taking care of myself, I'm not writing. When I'm not drinking water, getting enough sleep, when I'm not taking care of myself mentally, I'm not writing. And it's so sad, because that's like my favorite thing to do. So if you ever catch yourself in a point where you're feeling like you're not writing because you're not getting enough sleep, getting enough water, taking care of yourself, then definitely, start taking care of yourself. Lean back, take a deep breath,